This episode is brought to you today by Whitehall Mortgage, where there's a will, there's a Whitehall. Buying a home starts by getting a pre-approval, and nobody does it better than Doug in Dallas. Call them today at 570-562-7505 or apply online at whitehallmortgagefinancial.com.
Hi, everybody. I'm Dave Wychak. I'm the host of the Real Estate Right Now podcast, and today's episode is for all the home sellers out there. This is what you've been waiting for. The spring and summer market, right? Talk to so many home sellers and they say, I don't want to list my house in the winter. I want to wait till the spring. I want to wait till the summer. It's here, guys. It's here. So now is your time to shine. Now is your opportunity to get what you've been looking for in your home sale process. So today, I'm going to give you guys 6 tips for the home seller to maximize your money and to make sure the home selling process is smooth and hopefully in some ways even enjoyable, because you know the outcome is going to be what you want it to be. So for all the home sellers out there, it starts with this: work with a great listing agent, okay? Look, great agents know how to price your home. They know how to market your home. They'll be expert negotiators. They understand the process of selling a home. So it always starts there. Find a great agent. Find someone who's sold houses that look like yours in your neighborhood, whatever it may be. If you're trying to find a great agent, interview more than one. All right. I think that's, unless you're 100% sure who you want to use. If you're not sure, don't just go with the first realtor, right? Interview multiple people. Ask them what their process is. Ask them what their plan is. If they can't tell you what their process is, and if they can't tell you what their plan is, I don't know. I mean, maybe they're not the person for you, right? A great realtor knows exactly how they're going to try to sell your home. Now, number 2 kind of piggybacks off that. They've got to use, at the very least, professional photography. If you're going to hire a realtor to sell your home, your biggest investment that you've ever made, something that's worth hundreds of thousands of dollars or more, and they start pulling out an iPhone to take pictures, I tell them, say, hey, look, I need something better than that, right? Because the truth of the matter is, those photos online, realistically, that's actually your first showing. Because great photos, that's going to lead to more clicks, which leads to more showings, which should in turn lead to better and more offers to choose from. First impressions matter. They're huge. And anymore, in today's world, everybody's first impression, for the most part, happens online. So at the very least, you want someone who's going to take great professional photos, preferably someone who's willing to do some video. In an ideal world, it would be professional video. But I mean, at the very least, can they do a video tour? Can they walk through your house? Can they do that? I think if you work with agents who are willing to invest money in those areas, 1, you know they're pretty successful because they actually have the money to invest. And 2, they're doing that because they want to give you the best possible chance to sell your house for the most money possible. Home sellers, you have to be flexible with your showings. More showings means higher potential for offers. You know, one thing I do, especially for the vacant houses, right? We set those up as go-in shows, right? If no one's living there, all you have to do is request. We automatically approve that request. Now, if you're living in the house, does that get more difficult? Of course it does. But if someone wants to see your house at a reasonable time throughout the course of a day, you have to make it available. And sometimes that might be slightly inconvenient for you. It doesn't matter, all right? So if you're going to make hundreds of thousands of dollars or tens of thousands of dollars, if you're going to make a significant amount of money when you sell your house, is it worth being inconvenienced for an hour? I think obviously it is, right? So you have to be flexible with the showings. If someone wants to see your house at 5:30 on a Wednesday night and you say, sorry, that doesn't work for me, you're going down the wrong road, right? That's a normal time to see a house. You've got to make it available. Another thing that you have to do, and this is so important, price it right from the start. Pricing your home correctly from day one is the number one way to get the most money possible for your home. The first 7 to 10 days on the market is the time when your house will get the most views, the most interest, and the most showings. So you want to have it priced at a point where people feel comfortable that they're going to make an offer because it makes sense. I hear people say this all the time. They say, well, if I price it higher, I'll have room to negotiate. And you know what? That's true. You'll have room to negotiate. The problem is you might not have anyone to negotiate with, okay? Like negotiation only happens if someone's willing to make an offer. So those first 7 to 10 days, if people are walking through the door and they go, this is way out of line. We're not even going to make an offer on this thing. You're missing potential buyers. And I think if you go into it with the thought of negotiating, you're already starting with a loser's mindset. I tell people all the time, when I list your house, I'm not listing it in hopes of starting a negotiation. I'm listing it in hopes of starting a competition. When you negotiate, the prices come down. When buyers are competing for your home, the prices go up. That's why you have to price it right from day one. Now, along with great photography, we talk about why it's so important to make those first impressions. Spend some money on curb appeal. All right, whatever it may be. Manicured lawn, fresh mulch in the beds, the bushes, the hedges, the trees. Make sure they're trimmed and manicured, because sometimes people make a decision about your house before they drive into your driveway. Okay? If your house looks beautiful as they're driving up to it, it changes things. Okay? It just does. If you want to spend a little bit of money and have a huge return, put it into some great landscaping. For what it's worth, some of those landscaping projects, I mean, I'm the type of guy, I like to hire professionals to do these types of things. But if you don't have money to hire someone, I mean, you can mulch a flower bed. It's not impossible, right? Chances are you may be cutting your grass already. All right? Make it look great, because that first impression starts before they walk through the front door. So boost curb appeal. Make it look clean, make it look tidy, make it look manicured, and you're going to find the results are there. And the sixth thing, the last thing, use light to your advantage. I said, well, what does that mean? Here's what I'm going to tell you. Homes that are bright, all right, they feel bigger and more inviting. All right, they just do. Open blinds before a showing. Make sure your windows are clean. All right? If you have flickering light bulbs, put new light bulbs in. The daylight ones, the ones that look bright. I can't tell you how much that matters to people. Look, the biggest complaints that I hear when people are buying a house is when they go and they go, oh my gosh, this place is dark. The paint colors are dark. I'm in the basement and it feels like it's a finished basement, but it feels gloomy, whatever it may be. Light goes a long way. Bright home feels more inviting. A bright home, there's something to it, guys. It really does matter. So use that to your advantage. So if I could give you 6 things that will help you sell your house for top dollar, that's what they are. So if you're thinking about putting your house on the market, I know it's the time of year where more people list in the spring and summer than any other time of year. So if you're someone getting ready to do that, follow this advice. This is probably, 8 of the best minutes you'll ever have to ensure that your home sale process, that the money you receive, that the result that you get is what you're looking for. I promise you these things will work. It's worth the time to invest. It's worth the money to invest, and you'll have the outcome that you're looking for. That's all for today. We'll talk again soon.
Thanks for joining us for today's episode, everybody. If you want to hear more content, follow us at Real Estate Right Now Pod on YouTube. Once you're there, don't forget to subscribe and leave a review. And if you want to follow me directly, check me out. It's Dave Wychock at Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok, Instagram, all the socials that you're already using.